As promised, here's a video of Pilot sleeping. I have the camera stationary right now, so obviously all you can see is a mound of fur, but at least it doesn't feel like you've, imbibed a whole bunch of absinthe or something, right? And I am going to pick it up now to move a little closer to him. I think I'm starting to maybe slowly, like I'm discovering, see obviously it's wobbling now as I jostle it in my hand here, but I am discovering if I hold the camera by like the camera body, there's like a flexible clip on it. I was holding it by that a lot, but I'm finding if I hold it by the actual camera body, it's a bit more stable. I'm trying to pull the cord. That's another, there we go. Like a little cinnamon roll of cuteness here. a little honey bun of cuteness. Right? This is good where I'm standing here because I can see the playback. That always helps too, being able to see the playback. That way I can, if I'm going low, I can see that, Sorry. But it is what it is. I do have another camera. I have been unable to find it though. I don't know where I put it. I haven't used it in years, and I do think it might. I don't know. I think that this has no ability. I have no ability to zoom in with this one. So like this, I'm doing by hand. Like that's how I'm zooming in. That's part of the problem. I think is when I do that, I move, and this camera is very sensitive to motion. It seems, and somewhere I have another one, but I just haven't been able to find it. I like doing the cat videos, and I appreciate the people who watch them very much. But the channel, the engagement that it gets certainly doesn't justify purchasing another camera at this point. So I'm stuck with this. The phone I was using, I don't have anymore, and I'm using an earlier model, and honestly, it's limited. Basically, I can only communicate, make and receive calls, send and receive texts, check my email. That's really, browse the internet, but even that is very slow. And I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate. I'm really, phones are awesome. It's cool. It's like having a supercomputer in your back pocket, but not looking at it as an extension of my right hand anymore is really cool. I've kind of moved away from my phone a lot, and like I said, only use it for communication. It used to be with me all the time, and I would sit there messing around with, WoW talent builds and stuff I was almost always on the WoW talent calculator, but, those days are over, and it feels good, honestly. So, even though the channel suffered, my video editing software was on that camera too, so I can't make my skits anymore and stuff, and that sucks because they were fun. Some of them were good, and with more practice they would have gotten better, and maybe somewhere along the line I'll figure out a new way. Clipchamp is just really hard to use. It seems to I guess the computer that I have, the laptop that I have, isn't really intended for video editing, and I guess it gets pretty intense pretty fast. The size of these files obviously I have to every other day basically transfer what I record to my external hard drive, or it's like I'm out of space. But part of that is because I insist on having World of Warcraft on the laptop, and that takes up a ton of space there. But I need my WoW. Well, anyway, that's enough of me babbling and Pilot sleeping. So catch you in the next one. It's a 4.5 minute video of the cat doing absolutely nothing. Only on Cat Vision will you find this.